So, if you're a small business owner, you're probably hearing about AI everywhere. It's impossible to ignore, right? But seriously, who has the time? Between running the day to day and putting out fires, AI can feel like just one more thing on a to do list that never ends. You know it's probably the key to working smarter, but all the noise around it is just paralyzing. So, how do you turn all that chaos into actual clarity? Let's dive into that. This quote really gets to the heart of it. We're not just talking about saving a couple of hours here and there with some new software. This is about fundamentally changing how you feel as a leader. Moving from that constant state of stress to a place of calm confidence. It's about getting back to that passion that made you start your business in the first place. Okay, let's talk about a feeling that might be a little too familiar. What I call the leader's hamster wheel. You're smart, you're capable, you've built something amazing. But instead of steering the ship, you just feel like you're running faster and faster just to stay in the exact same spot. It's this endless overwhelm loop. In that loop, gosh, it's something so many leaders go through. You're just exhausted from wearing every single hat in the business. You see your competitors doing new things, and that little voice in your head starts whispering, "Am I falling behind?" You know AI is an option, but the choices are so overwhelming that you just end up putting out today's fire instead of actually charting the course for tomorrow. You see, being bogged down like this isn't just a business problem, it's an identity crisis. You didn't start a business to get stuck doing data entry and repetitive tasks. No way. You started it to be a leader. This is all about reclaiming that identity and becoming the calm, strategic CEO that your business really needs you to be. So, what's the way out of this? Well, it's not more software, it's a totally different approach. It's about finding a partner, not just another program, someone who can translate your unique vision into a system that actually works for you, installing confidence, not just code. And this really shows the two paths you can take. Over on the left, you've got the one-size-fits-all approach, where your unique business gets forced into some rigid generic box. But on the right, you see a custom solution, where the AI adapts to your workflow, making what you already do best even better, without causing a ton of chaos. This whole philosophy is called human-centered AI, and it's a simple idea, but it's so powerful. Technology should serve your people, not the other way around. It's an approach that truly respects the business you've already built and the awesome team that helped you get here. Now, a human-centered approach sounds great in theory, right? But what does that path from chaos to clarity actually look like in the real world? Well, it's a clear, manageable process that's designed to get you results without overwhelming you or your team. It all breaks down into four simple stages. First, we clarify your vision, because everything has to start with your goals, not with the technology. Second, we design your calm. That means we build a custom strategy to get rid of your biggest bottlenecks. Third, we implement with confidence. We handle all the tricky setup and integration stuff. And finally, you get to lead with clarity, totally free to focus on what really matters, your growth, your team, and, your life. Okay, now let's talk about the payoff. Theory is one thing, but what does this look like in the real world for businesses just like yours? Well, it looks like real, tangible results and a whole lot of reclaimed time. For a manufacturing company, this meant a 42% reduction in costs. That's huge. The AI they used analyzed all their past sales data to predict future demand with incredible accuracy, which slashed their overstocking and got rid of those costly stockouts. Then there was a professional services firm, a 28% increase in sales. How? They implemented an AI that actually learned the characteristics of their best clients ever, so it could automatically identify and score new leads, letting the sales team focus only on the most promising conversations. And for a retail business, check this out, a 38% drop in fraud. An AI system monitored thousands of transactions every second, spotting these tiny, unusual patterns that are basically invisible to the human eye. It protected their revenue and made approvals faster and safer for their legitimate customers. So here you can see the details behind those big numbers. And these aren't just abstract percentages. They represent real financial returns for established businesses. Whether we're talking about demand forecasting, lead scoring, or fraud detection, the solutions were tailored to solve a very specific, very costly problem. And that's why, while the numbers are definitely impressive, the true measure of success isn't how many tools you've deployed. Not at all. It's about the hours you get back in your day, the stress that just melts away, and the autonomy you regain as a leader. So, just for a second, imagine your business reimagined. A business that runs smoothly, even when you're not there. A team that's focused on creative, high-value work instead of just drudgery. And you, finally free to lead with vision and with clarity. I'll leave you with this final thought. We often think of AI as this complex problem that we have to solve. But what if we just reframed that? What if the right AI strategy didn't complicate your life, but instead it complicated things for your competition? If you're ready to stop feeling so overwhelmed and you want to start leading with that calm confidence we've been talking about, the first step is actually just a simple conversation. Georgina Salgado Chavez is an AI strategy and implementation partner who can help you translate your vision into a reality and build a business that finally truly works for you.